Hey everybody, welcome back. Kovac here, and for this one, I'll be going over my top 10 favorite battle pets inside of PvP pet battles, inside of World of Warcraft. Now, to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to be picking one pet from each family type. Now, there are obviously 10 family types, so perfect for a top 10. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now, I may pick them based off, design, abilities, how good, potentially how good they are in PvP. Some of them you really don't see a whole lot inside of PvP pet battles because they're not the greatest in the world, but I love them to death, despite that. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Now, starting off, we have Dragonkins here. My absolute favorite Dragonkin pet by far is the Moontouch Netherwhelp. Now, this pet was a promotional pet, so it is no longer available at this time. But if you have it, it is a damn good pet inside of PvP. I absolutely love it based off its design here. There's one other battle pet that you can get in the game that looks similar to this, but it has a different coloration. And that also was a promotional pet, so I don't think it's no longer available as well. One breed available to it. I also really like its moveset here. Now, the main moveset that I go with is Needle Claw, Void Slap, and Ashes of Outland. But these are one of those pets where I feel like you can really run anything, and it will perform very, very well, especially versus things such as Sunlight teams. This thing absolutely destroys Sunlight teams, which is another reason I really, really like it. So, damn good pet. Love its design. I mean, look at that. Just that beautiful coloration right there and the bright white eyes. Can't really see its eyeballs because, it's so bright there. But anyway, Dragonkin, Moontouch Netherwhelp. Absolutely love it. If you got the pet, awesome. If not, then sorry to hear that. Moving on, we have flying types now. This might be a little bit of a goofy one to some. I don't know why. Ever since Legion, I always fancied the turkey models. I don't know why. I really like them. They're one of those original models. Like, this model has been in the game ever since Classic, and it's one of the few ones where it hasn't received some sort of update, like rabbits, for example, or rats back in Classic. Eventually, inside of pet battles, they got an update to their model. They don't, they don't obviously don't look the same. Like, look at a rabbit here. This is not what rabbits look like back in Classic. But the turkey is one of the few models where they still kept with the same thing going. Not sure if they'll ever change that. Regardless, I absolutely love it based off its model. First of all, it does look goofy looking, but it's just a cute little bird, little turkey. And who doesn't like a turkey, am I right? I mean, obviously Thanksgiving there. Specifically the Highlands turkey, I really like the Power Speed breed here. I feel like it's the best breed by far. There's also a turkey you can get, Pilgrim Bounty. I don't have it, but I just settled for the Highlands turkey. Now, this besides the model, the goofy model, of course, absolutely love it. It looks dopey as hell. I really like the moveset as well. It's a flying type, so 9 times out of 10 you're going to be going first usually. So Food Coma is a damn good, I would almost consider it OP, because yes, it has a 5-round cooldown, but it puts the enemy pet to sleep for 2 rounds. So you could swap out, you could set up, you could do whatever the hell you want. You could even set up a Gobble Strike if you really wanted to, And I mean, if you fall below your ratio, you even got a Gobble Strike to help you out there to get that speed for a little bit as well. So, pretty good stuff there. Now, again, not the greatest pet in the world, but Food Coma, damn good. Damn good ability. Pairs very well with blind pets, such as the Sneaky Marmot, because despite the Resilient debuff, you could still blind pets with stuff like Blinding Poison or blinding powder, stuff like that. So pairs very well with pets like that are very good in the meta, even though the Highlands turkey might not be the greatest. I absolutely love it. I really like playing with it. Obviously during Thanksgiving time, preferably on the day of Thanksgiving. And whoever don't remember from my last Thanksgiving video, I was playing a lot with it, and the very last battle, I destroyed a very, very top tier team with a scum person that I absolutely hate. Can't stand the guy because he just runs that team over and over again. And the turkey at the very end took him down. I had like 3 or 4 health left. It was insane, but yeah, turkey absolutely destroyed him. I absolutely love the model. Like I said, it's great. It's great stuff there. Again, food coma, really good stuff. And yeah, Highlands Turkey, flying type. Now next up. Now this is another one where people might scratch their head a little bit as to why. I am a big fan of a lot of the insect models of battle pets, or pets in general, hunter pets, inside of World of Warcraft. I feel like they do a damn good job on most of the models. I I really like a lot of the maggots inside the pet battles. Not just the ghost maggot, but a couple others. As far as undead goes, I really love this pet right here. I don't know why. Again, I really like the model. It's cool looking. Got that little spectral look of it with the being a ghost and whatnot, and it's undead, so pretty good racial. Again, not the greatest pet in the world, but I mean, it's got a pretty interesting moveset here. On a faster pet, you got survival here to help you out, and with it being undead, once the undead racial pops, you can pop survival, and it'll allow you to actually survive. But the very next hit you take, you obviously die. So there's that. But other than that, not the most unique moveset in the world. I mean, Ghostly Bite's pretty great, survival, plague blood, stuff like that. But nothing really unique. It's one of those pets where I really like the model. Obviously, you get it from the Warlords of Draenor garrison. You have to have like the little Halloween decoration set up, and then they're all over the place, and you just go capture them to your heart's content. But yeah, I just really like the Ghost Maggot, so that's that for Undeads. Now moving on, Akir Tunneler. I absolutely love this pet. Again, it's an insect. They did a damn good job, I feel like, with this thing. I mean, look at it. It's obviously a scarab. Now, other scarabs that you've seen in the game, they look cool, but this just takes it to a whole nother level. I mean, look at that. Look at that thing. And it's a pretty rare pet, too. It can cost quite a bit on the auction house. And obviously doesn't have the highest drop chance from over in Oldham from the invasion. Damn good breed, I would say. Look at that attack power. And the speed is pretty negligible. Don't really care about that all that much. The moveset is absolutely amazing. You got Claw, Sandstorm, and Shell Shield. Especially with these two abilities right here paired up together, you're basically getting Shell Shield times 2 with your Akir Tunneler because of the 90 reduced damage with the Sandstorm up as well as Shell Shield. So pretty damn good stuff. It's almost like a mini shell armor. So pretty great there. Again, low speed, but it really doesn't matter. That attack power more than makes up for it. And Sandstorm being a damn good ability. Damn good. Hitting really hard. And that 10% chance to miss happens more often than you think. So, yeah, Akir Tunneler, one of my absolute favorite pets. And definitely my favorite pet as far as critters are concerned. Alright, next up we have Trunks. Now, I really like the Elec models inside of World of Warcraft. There are quite a bit of Elec, battle pets, and again, I love all of them. They're all cute, adorable, but with Trunks being magic type, it was just an absolute no-brainer. He had to be my top favorite magic type pet, and he takes a long time to get too. So once you actually get him, I mean, like, you got him forever. You don't have to worry about accidentally like putting him on the auction house or something because you can't trade him or anything like that. I absolutely just love this pet. Love this pet. I remember way back when I finally completed that damn achievement, Awfully Big Adventure. You got that right. It took a while, but once you got him, well worth it. Magic type here, so again, it's one of those pets where you can pretty much run anything and you're going to do very well. High health, high attack power, speed does not matter whatsoever. If you're gonna, do when Elecs fly, obviously you're gonna want to take Moonfire. And you're going to want to have a pet on your team that can buff up its hit chance, such as Mr. Wiggles. So there's that. Otherwise, more often than not, I prefer running Smash, Moonfire, and Avalanche. Definitely Avalanche, because for some reason recently, past expansions, they buffed the damage to this ability, so it just hits crazy hard. Especially if you have it on a Blizzard team. So up under Blizzard, extra damage, split evenly, or if it's one pet, they're just going to get absolutely nuked. So damn good stuff there. And a top tier pet at that too. It's still, after all these years, a damn good pet. So great stuff there with Trunks. Now, elemental types, definitely a no-brainer here. I had to go with the Nightshade Sproutling. I absolutely adore this pet. Definitely one of the best in the meta still. I mean, it was damn good last meta. I think very good the one before that as well. But it's still as good as ever. It's damn good. OP even, I would say. But it's all about getting that correct breed. I mean, you got to get the SS breed. I would just recommend just scanning the auction house, every once in a while until you finally get an SS breed. All the other breeds, sure, they could probably perform well, but, nothing beats the SS breed. Like, come on. But, I wouldn't recommend trying to go out and get it yourself because it's so much luck involved. It's crazy. So I would just recommend getting on the auction house. But, yeah, the elemental racial, damn good. I would say it's one of the best racials, honestly. Pairs very well with the Nightshade Sproutling. Because if you wanted to, you could totally run Nature's Ward and still have it on a Darkness team. And it's still going to get all that healing. It's not going to be reduced because of it being an elemental type. And also don't have to worry about missing. That is a huge plus right there. But the moveset I usually run, the normal moveset that most people run is going to be Lash, Call Darkness, and Blinding Poison. Very good stuff there. That's your bread and butter. But again, I've run this build right here as as a little gimmick, and it still performed very, very well. But yeah, just such a damn good pet. I love the model too. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so it's got that going for it as well. And yeah, it's just such a great pet. I love the model, like I said, and I even got on 20 teams there, so pretty good stuff. All right, moving on to Beast. Now, this was a no-brainer. And I'm sorry, Shank. I really like the Kunchong hatchling as well. But, no one outdoes it like Kovac. I also really, really, really love Rob Breff as well. But Kovac obviously will always have a special place in my heart. He is my icon, the name of my channel. 9 times out of 10, if I'm ever playing a game, it really doesn't matter what it is. It could be, Pokemon related. It could be Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, whatever. 9 times out of 10, my character is going to be named Kovac. I mean, it's pretty much embedded in my genes at this point. And again, it's got that insect model going for it. They did a damn good job with this thing back when it was released in Pandaria. Now, there are a couple others of the Kunchong hatchling bugs that have this model, and I absolutely love them. Kovac is definitely my favorite of the 3 for sure. First of all, it's red. Again, red is one of my favorite colors. It's got that awesome insect model for it. I love it. Now, unfortunately, it can be a pretty penny on the auction house. I'm not too sure what the drop chance of it is in Siege of Orgrimmar, but I just recommend getting off the auction house. All 3 breeds can be viable. I hear that the HS is usually the more preferred with the extra speed, because the whole strategy with it is Poison Fang, Pheromones, and then Black Claw. Now, you could run Puncture Wound. If you're going to do that, I would highly recommend having it on like a Toxic Fumes team, such as like Anomalous. That way, when you come in with Kovac, you can immediately go for Puncture Wound, because they'll already be considered poison. Unless, of course, they're an elemental, then you're going to want to throw down Poison Fang on them first. But other than that, you can just go straight for that Puncture Wound there. Pheromones, again, damn good ability, especially under Toxic Fumes. I just really like it. Now, of course, it only hits the back line, but there have been many times where there have been critters on the back line, like a rabbit, and I threw this down, and it just absolutely tore them up. Like, they had half health by the time they came in. It was pretty hilarious. So, Yeah, this is probably going to be the bread and butter build right here, but I do really like Puncture Wind as well. Not a big fan of these two abilities, but if he had Shell Armor, then Body Slam probably wouldn't be half bad, but that's wishful thinking for you there. But he's perfectly fine just the way he is. Unfortunately, not the greatest pet in PvP right now with all the weather's running around, especially Call Lightning with its buff damage. It's just going to be hurting poor Kovac here way too bad with him being a beast. But regardless of that, I absolutely love him to death. Absolutely just love this guy. And just a little, I'm just throwing it out there. I've had my icon, the Kovac icon that I've had on YouTube for quite a while now. If anybody who's watching is very artsy, at making, YouTube icons and whatnot, feel free to, do a really good one of Kovac, even a few of them. And if you send them my way and I take a look at them, I might even potentially change my icon there. My background actually was a good friend of mine. I haven't heard from him in a while. Of the Ultra Elites. Again, it could subject to change. I might potentially change that as well, just in case if anybody's interested. Of course, not mandatory or anything like that, but it'd be a change of things for the channel for sure. But yeah, Kovac, obviously no brainer for Beast. Absolutely love this guy. All right, next up we have Koopa. Now, I really like turtles, and Koopa is obviously a reference to the Koopa Troopas from Mario, and I am a huge Mario fan. Whether it's Mario Party, I haven't seen the new Mario Party movie yet. Well, it's not Mario Party movie. It's just the Mario movie. I haven't watched it yet. Definitely going to at some point. But huge fan of things like Mario Party, various games like that. Smash Bros. Great stuff there. And Koopa Troopa, obviously a big reference to those turtles. And again, I really like the turtle models in WoW. I think they did a good job there. They even updated them too, so they look even more crisp and nice. And look at him, he's just a cute little turtle. Now, he can't be a pretty penny. I would recommend just getting him off the auction house, but if you have a crap ton of the polished pet charms, you know what? Go for it. As long as you're revered with those turtle people. So yeah, so just one breed available to him. That's perfectly fine. Moveset I usually run on them is Steam Vent, Healing Wave, and Chomp. That way you got two basic attack of two different types. So it's like a double counter to Undeads there, and then you still got your aquatic attack right there as well, and then a little Healing Wave right there for quite a bit of healing actually. Holy crap. Yeah, I know recently they changed that, so pets like Emperor Crab, I think it heal for like over 600 or something like that. It's crazy. But yeah, these other abilities, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but the model itself definitely deserves its place as one of my favorites. Definitely my favorite aquatic type for sure. There's a bunch of others, but Koopa, obvious no-brainer for me. Now next up for mechanicals, we have the mechanical Pendar and Dragonkin. Now, I don't have to tell you how good this damn thing is in PvP. Look at this, 24 teams. It just performs so well, so well. Unfortunately, Anomalous gives it quite trouble, even though you have strong damage versus Anomalous. But regardless of that, damn good pet. Damn good. Ever since they updated Thunderbolt back in Warlords, because that's when they made it split evenly. And then recently, like an expansion or so ago, they buffed the damage of Thunderbolt slightly, so even better for the NPD. Mechanical, damn good type. Its breed is pretty great. Breath, it's a double counter to magic types. And then Thunderbolt, way better than Bombing Run. And then Screw Explode, pretend it's not even there. Decoy, bread and butter right there. Fantastic movesets. I love his little animations. He has an awesome model. And yeah, he definitely has a place in a lot of people's hearts because this thing is widely used. And you can find quite a bit of them on the auction house too. I don't think they really cost a whole lot because it's been so many expansions since MOP, so pretty affordable indeed, in case if you want to pick one up for yourself. Now, we come to the very last type, and what I would consider probably my absolute favorite pet right here. Humanoids, we have the Renishu Runt. I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love it. Again, it's got that. I'm not 1,000% sure if this thing is supposed to be an insect, but it sure as hell looks like one. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's an insect. Come on, it looks like one. I love it. The insect model. It's got the teeth there. Look frightening. The lightning effect right there is dope as hell. You know, it looks great. It even has that little back stretch that reminds me of like an ogre. So I didn't even know he had that, but even cooler. It's hilarious that he's got such a small model when you look at him right here. If you can see him right there, it's funny stuff. He's so tiny, but he's such a powerhouse. It's insane. All that attack power, baseline speed. Yes, he doesn't have that much health, but a build that I really like. Really, you can run any build you want and he'll do very well, but a build I really like is Zap, Swarm of Flies, and Call Lightning. Call Lightning just hitting crazy hard because of his high attack power. You throw that down and then throw down Swarm of Flies. So if you want to retreat him back to the back line, let him heal up a little bit with his humanoid racial. That's perfectly viable right there, dealing quite a bit of damage, as well as healing himself before he comes back in. Or probably the build that more people would run because Sandstorm is so damn good. You really could run either basic attack, focus, and then Sandstorm. With focus, you won't have to worry about your hit chance under Sandstorm. You'll have well over 100, I'm pretty sure. Also increases your critical strike chance by 25% for 5 rounds, so that's pretty insane. I've had some pretty insane crits with Sandstorm with focus up, so pretty great stuff there. So you really won't have to worry about missing as long as you have focus. Running the Sandstorm build, obviously it's going to be the more preferred build because a lot more people are going to run Sandstorm over Call Lightning. Although I do really like Call Lightning too. The damage you can do to Beast is absolutely insane. Some of them you can just blatantly one-shot, or if you crit, it's overkill. Just absolute overkill. Again, Renishu Runt, love this pet. I mean, look at it. It's got so many awesome things going for him. He can be a pretty penny with the polished pet charms. I recommend just getting him off the auction house. I don't think he really costs a whole lot, so great stuff there. I highly recommend picking him up, not just because he's my favorite, but he can do pretty well in PvP too. So yeah, that will wrap it up there for my top 10 favorite pets. Picking one from every family type, of course. Now, I'd be absolutely interested to hear what your guys' favorite pets are in the comments below. Let me know. If your favorite is the stupid albatross chick right here, no judgment there, just let me know. But I'd definitely be interested to hear that for sure. And again, the whole icon thing, anybody artsy, want to come my way with some photos that I potentially might update my icon with, feel free to do so. Again, not mandatory, but it definitely would be a refresher for the channel for sure. But thank you all so much for watching. And if anybody has any suggestions for top 10s right now, not really doing a whole lot of battling. I'm not currently, subscribed to battle.net, but I could still log in and, still do top 10s. Or eventually I'm going to be doing the, tier list for the current expansion, Dragonflight. So look forward to that. But right now, I'm not, as you can see, subbed. It's too bad that you can't do pet battles even if you're not subscribed to WoW. It's stupid. It's real stupid. Otherwise, I'd do it all the time. But, money's kind of tight right now. And, World of Warcraft, I feel like it's kind of dying, to tell you the truth. As many people would agree. But I won't get into that. Thank you all so much for watching once again. This is Kovac, and I will see you all in the next one.